Hello and welcome back, my friends! Now, as some of you may know, I am a big Ben 10 fan. So big that I've taken a swing at turning aliens into Digimon twice! Go check them out if you haven't after this one. But for today's video, I'm not going to focus on Ben, but rather his cousin, Gwen. Like all good superhero properties, the Ben 10 universe is full of multiverse shenanigans.
That is the next universe over. I don't like it at all.
So there is a timeline where Gwen is the one that picked up the alien's device that did what it did. Now, we don't see it often in Omniverse, so we only get to see a few of her versions of aliens. So I thought, giving Gwen 10 more aliens would be fun as a video. As the designs vary from series to series, I thought I'd just pick and choose whatever design elements I thought that were cool. So I hope you like what I've made. Let's start our hero time with a classic Goo Boy upgrade. Now, while the Galvanic Megamorphs understand binary, I don't know if they have dimorphism, as they were entirely made by accident. But I figured that the Omnitrix will make a form that is not only genetically perfect, but also lets you feel good in them. If it can save you from the Big Bang, it can probably do that much. So here's my version of Gwen's upgrade. Now, it's got the name because Ben mainly used it to make things into weapons or transform cars.
I am Optimus Prime.
But Gwen's enough of a nerd to not only make things better, but also make something new. So hers gets called Innovate. While she might not fully grasp the workings of alien or plumber tech, she can definitely use the form's processing speed to digest an entire yottabyte archive's worth of information to make something from scratch. I am sure what she can make would give the Tekadon Weapon Masters a run for their money. Design-wise, I decided to lean towards the standard Megamorphs, but giving her a bit of a snatched waist to make the form more interesting, and gave her a circuit like Mono Eye, the most classic indicator that the cartoon character is a girl. Eyelashes. I gave her this cowl to represent her long hair and so that I could have a place to include her hair clip. It sticks around in most of her other forms, so why not keep it in the blob of nanomachines? And now we move on to the towering Toku Stars. While these aliens don't have a home planet, Omniverse does show us a few female Toku Stars, albeit in the form of mutated variants known as the Waybats, which gives me more than enough to go off of. Plus, even if I didn't, I can just grab one of the original Tokusatsu TV stars, Ultraman, and look to one of his many Ultra Woman counterparts. Would Gwen call this form something other than way big? Well, she is a big old nerd, so maybe she'd go with Giant Normica. On the design for the head, I based them mostly off of Ultra Woman Grigio. Also, Grigio has an evil version that works perfectly if Gwen 10 had her own version of Albedo to be her counterpart. I went and expanded out those shoulder pads to give it that classic Ultra Woman Beth look as well. For the body itself, I referenced a bunch of the different way big designs from over the years. Classic, UAF, Omniverse, and Reboot. It's all in there somewhere. Now let's go back to classic aliens with Ripjaw. Given that it's based off of anglerfish and a mermaid, it's pretty crazy that we don't have a canon female version. Well, I guess in the reboot, a Gwen 10 variant does turn into Ripjaws. It more or less looks like Ben 10 Ripjaws would have, and I believe the Omnitrix can do better. So I won't count it. Anyway, some of you might know that the classic image of an anglerfish is female. That's right, Ben's version of Alien should by all rights look really lame compared to Gwen's. But that's no fun, so they ignored it. But it does kind of limit what I can change for Gwen's Mermunch. Silhouette-wise, she's got the feminine shape, but I did a lot of revisions to keep that strong jawline and mess of teeth that makes this alien. I went with some fin hair that generally matches the shape of Gwen's hair, so we can stick that hairpin in. Oh hey, before I forget, please consider subscribing if you're enjoying things so far. I hope to hit 10k subs by the end of the year, and I can't do it without your help. Thanks in advance, and back to the art. And now for my personal favorite and criminally underused, in my correct opinion, the creatively named alien, Snare Oh. Maybe it's the Yu-Gi-Oh fan or the Digimon fan in me, but I just really like ancient Egyptian mummy themed guys. They're neat.
I just think they're neat.
So here's Gwen's Tefkufen form, Nefertiti. As those who've watched the show may recall, Tefkufens are massive tendrils that start from the head, so they can basically use their entire body however they want. And while Gwen's version could be based on her hair or the Sphinx headdress, eagle-eyed viewers will catch how the designer just really likes Digimon 02's Nefertimon. I mean, Ben 10 has given a lot of nods to other anime, why not Digimon as well? Now, while Ben might be more of a straightforward fighter and couldn't make best use of Snare Oh's abilities,
Oh man, I can't even remember what this one does.
I am sure Gwen's cleverness would make full use of Tefkufen's abilities. After all, with a body that can take any shape or size and be nearly indestructible, the only limit there is
Imagination.
And finally, we got the most recognizable of Ben 10 aliens, forearms. Now, I know there are Gwen-based forearms in the show, but there's a lot to improve on. Like how her orange hair clashes with the cherry red skin. It's a bizarre choice. Doesn't work well in her version of gray matter either, but that's neither here nor there. Here's Gwen's Tetraman, Hand Diva. Now, while she's more of a technical fighter than Ben, given how female Tetramen tend to be stronger than males and how the Omnitrix gives you the peak body of that species, it would mean Gwen would pack a lot more wallop for the times when someone deserves a good punch. Remember how the Tetraman Princess Luma quad-handedly took down Humongosaur? Hand Diva is to go even further beyond! As for her design, we do get a lot of female Tetramen to work with, so I kinda took my choices for inspiration. I gave her a traditional face-revealing helmet and the species common dark hair in an athletic ponytail, and hair clip included of course, with some black compression stockings and gloves to break up the red, and the clothing itself being kind of armored sportswear. Not quite MMA, not quite warrior, makes for the perfect gladiator, don't you think? And those were my takes on Gwen 10 alien forms. Let me know in the comments your most and least favorites and if you want to see more of these. I have some ideas for ultimate alien forms and I'd like to know if you'd be down to see them. Join my Patreon or membership to gain access to see my sketches and give me feedback as I go. Thank you all for visiting and I hope to see you all sometime soon.